Ben Simmons' trade value is currently unknown. As y'all know, at the beginning of the season, they were working around a trade to send Ben Simmons for James Harden or something like that, Rockets with the Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden was supposed to go to Philly, team up with Embiid, Tobias, and all them. Now, apparently, the reason why the trade didn't go through is because they didn't want to throw in Tyrese Maxey. But if you're the Philadelphia 76ers, why wouldn't you trade for a MVP, always top 3 MVP candidate type player? Now, the reason I said Ben Simmons' trade value is currently unknown is because of his horrific playoff performance as of late. Ben Simmons is currently the most picked on player in the NBA, and that is for many reasons. 1, he cannot shoot outside of the paint. 2, he is not clutch. And 3, he brings you no offensive presence. Ben Simmons has always been a great defensive player. He was number 2 in Defensive Player of the Year this season. But what's the point in being a Defensive Player of the Year type player if you can't play at the end of a playoff game? Now, although he has a defensive presence and can guard 1 through 5, he brings you nothing on the offensive side of the ball. If he has the ball, he's going to get fouled. If he doesn't have the ball, he's camping inside the paint, wasting space. Ben Simmons is a great player, don't get me wrong. He is a great slasher and a great playmaker, also a great defender. But if you cannot play at the end of a playoff game, then why are you a starter? Why are you getting paid max money? Why are you a 5-star trade value type player? It makes no sense. Now, I have no idea where he's going to go. The Sixers have no idea where he's going to go. Nobody knows where he's going to go, and I'm going to show you why. Now, I said that he was rumored to be trading for James Harden. That trade would have went through, like I said, if they threw in Tyrese Maxey, but that did not happen. And instead, they stuck with Ben Simmons. We saw what happened. They made it to the second round, got bounced by the Hawks because he can't shoot free throws. He shot 30-something% as a starting point guard, as a max money type player. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Reports came out, and the Indiana Pacers apparently offered Ben Simmons a trade package. They offered Malcolm Brogdon and a first-round pick for Ben Simmons, and this trade definitely goes both ways. They declined it because, Ben Simmons is a young prospect and he should be traded for more, but he's also coming off a horrible playoff series. Why wouldn't you trade Ben Simmons for Malcolm Brogdon one-on-one if you're the Sixers? You're getting a point guard who's also a great defender. He can't guard 1 through 5, but he can also guard 1 through 3. He shoots 50, 40, 90. He could shoot the midi, shoot the 3, and shoot free throws. Why would you say no? And get a first-round pick? Ben Simmons is going to go mess up the spacing in Indiana. That pick's going to be valuable. What are the chances the Indiana Pacers are a playoff team next year? They missed the playoffs this year, and I'm a big Indiana Pacer fan. If y'all know me, if y'all a good friend of mine or been following the channel, I am a diehard Pacer fan. Yes, I'm a diehard Pacer fan. I say that again. No fingers crossed. But obviously, if you're the Indiana Pacers and you're getting Ben Simmons, that means you got to move Sabonis, which is definitely on our checklist. Probably number 1 thing on our bucket list is to trade Sabonis because he does not space the floor at all, just like Ben Simmons. But if you're the Sixers, why would you say no? A point guard who can close, defend, shoot threes, and you get a first-round pick? What makes you say no? Reports coming out saying that Robert Covington is also a trade package being offered. The Kings will trade Buddy Hield. Malcolm Brogdon is probably the best player currently, at least known, offered for Ben Simmons. Malcolm Brogdon is definitely better than CJ McCollum because he's way more efficient and also a good defender. And Malcolm Brogdon is young. He's like 26. Like, he's not even like probably entering his prime, I would say, around this time. Why would you say no if you're the Sixers? Why? This is currently why Ben Simmons' trade package is currently unknown. Because Malcolm Brogdon is a good package. I'm a big Pacers fan, so I don't know if I'm being biased. But like I said, Malcolm, even if you check the stats, 50, 40, 90, he's averaged 20. He's a great defender. Why would you say no? Although he is not an all-star, yes, we get it. Ben Simmons is a fake all-star. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. If the playoffs proved who's fake all-star and who's not, this is a prime example. Ben Simmons cannot shoot free throws. He cannot score outside the paint. So why would you do this? And this is probably the best package Ben Simmons will receive. Although the playoffs aren't done, shout out to the Suns and Bucks for reaching the finals. Why would you say no? Why? And I'm a Pacer fan. I'm not even worried about the Pacers side. If you're a Sixers fan, why would you say no? Do you guys really think Ben Simmons' trade value is that high? Really? This man I want y'all to know this. Peaked trade package for he had a trade package built for James Harden surrounding him. He was the founding piece to trade for James Harden. Be your James Harden. 30 points per game, MVP James Harden. Although he had bad playoffs. We're not going to talk about that. This was before his injury, obviously. And you guys had Tyrese Maxey block it off. You guys would probably be the favorites and probably wouldn't win a championship. I'm being honest. With Tobias Harris, with Joel Embiid, that team is just way too great to be unsuccessful. You guys were the best team in the East. And look what happened. Ben Simmons failed you. Now look, there's a chance Ben Simmons might not even get traded. Ben Simmons' hate is so strong right now, everyone, including me, thinks he's getting traded. I don't know where. It's probably going to be somewhere random because ain't no good team's going to offer for Ben Simmons. Who wants Ben Simmons? Who, literally. This is a starting point guard. When you think point guard, you think shooting great or at least average. Ben Simmons does neither. He is a playmaking slasher. Some people even say, why not put in Ben Simmons for Draymond Green? Not a trade, but play him like Draymond Green. Tell him to set screens, tell him to play make, but just run the ball sometimes, run the offense, but just literally don't shoot. Even Draymond shoots better than Ben Simmons. Draymond went 5 for 5, 6 for 6 in the NBA Finals Game 7 before. Ben Simmons will never do that. And this is why Ben Simmons' trade value also is currently unknown. What is he worth? The Sixers think he's worth diamonds and jewelry, and then other teams are offering, I don't even know, bronze, silver for him. And then the Sixers see him as a top star prospect. Really? Really? Don't let the stats fool y'all. Don't let the accolades fool y'all. Ben Simmons is an all-star. To some degree, he deserves it, but don't think Malcolm Brogdon for Ben Simmons is a horrible trade. One-on-one? As a Pacer fan, okay, I'll talk about the Pacers real quick. I would accept this also if I'm a Pacer fan because bringing in, although we lose Malcolm Brogdon, who I love, he loves the Pacers, he loves the franchise and organization. I like it. But when we pick up Ben Simmons, we're picking up a younger player that's great. We have solid players, but they're either in their prime or exiting their prime. TJ Warren exiting his prime. He's probably going to digress a couple seasons. Hopefully we get a couple good more years out of him. Karis LeVert, young prospect. I like him. Building Karis and Ben Simmons, that would be great. The Pacers are a low market franchise, which is also what I think that Ben Simmons needs. He doesn't need to go to LA where he's going to be watched every game and critiqued and say, oh, we hate Ben Simmons. They were burning his jersey in Sixers games. They were burning it right outside the stadium. They were hating on him. Bro, everyone hated him except for Sixers fans. And even now, the Sixers fans are burning his jerseys, hating on Ben Simmons. It's that crazy. His trade value went from, like I said, James Harden to currently Malcolm Brogdon and a first-round pick. And to be honest, that's a wide gap. Malcolm Brogdon and James Harden for Ben Simmons, that's a wide gap. And the Sixers still think he's in between. Is he? That's a great deal, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, James Harden, Malcolm Brogdon, but compared to other trades, to say no, you have to have an idea of what you want him to get traded for, right? Like, you're not going to say, no, we don't want Malcolm Brogdon, a first-round pick. Hang up the phone. But when you think about it, dang, is that the best offer we're going to get this summer? Now, I heard, these are reports, I'm not Ben Simmons' friend, I'm not in his group or whatever, but there's reports saying that he's a lazy worker. And you could see that. I don't want to hate on Ben Simmons. I don't want to sound like a Ben Simmons hater, but if you're in the NBA for 45 years and you can't shoot free throws for all those 5 years, what are you doing? What's going wrong? Okay, you might be like decent those first 5 years. Even the team might be decent. But if you don't have a ring, that means something's wrong. You got to work on your game. I want you working on your game. I don't even care if you actually won the championship. I want you still working on your game in the summer. Ben Simmons, what are you doing? You have literally not improved all year. And I remember when in the middle of the season, they showed his stats and compared it to his rookie season, and literally nothing changed. Nothing. Not even points, rebounds, nothing changed. And people are saying, well, they're number one in the East, so you don't got to change it. No, break it if it's not, or don't try to fix it if it's not broken. Is this clear proof now this is crazy to me. I want to know how y'all feel. Ben Simmons, I don't even know what's going to go on. This is an all-star we're talking about. And if the Sixers want to go any farther, in my opinion, I believe they got to drop Ben Simmons. Not because he's a horrible player, but because they need something new and fresh and something that could change the franchise offense for the good. Ben Simmons, you're paying him max money. He's top 2 in defensive player of the year. And he can't play the last 3 minutes of a playoff game. You're scared to let him shoot the ball, to let him take a free throw. A starting point guard, all-star, getting the max contract. Okay. I don't know, man. This is why it's pretty crazy. An all-star point... Okay, forget I said Ben Simmons. What if I told you an all-star point guard who's top 2 in defensive player of the year cannot play the closing minutes of a playoff game because of his offense? That speaks for it alone. I'm not saying Ben Simmons being traded is officially official. They have not said that he's going to get traded, although it's greatly hinted. If they do keep Ben Simmons, he's got to shoot a jump shot. He's got to shoot some free throws. Something drastic really has to happen. He's probably going to use it as motivation too. I'm not saying Ben Simmons is going to come in next year not shooting free throws. I'm not saying he's going to be the best free throw shooter, but I promise you he's going to improve, right? If he doesn't improve at all, cut this man. He does not deserve to be in the NBA. He's just like Kyle Kuzma. If next year he's shooting similar free throw stats and is not taking no middies and playing the same game, averaging still like 14, 7 and 7 or whatever the hell Ben Simmons be averaging, that's not it. You play for the Philadelphia 76ers, a top 10 for sure. Off the top of my head, I would say franchise. Dude, come on. You gotta get buckets. You gotta drop buckets. This man took like 3 field goals the whole entire series in the fourth quarter. You're paying a max money all-star point guard. You want the ball in their hands. You want them taking all these shots. Ben Simmons, he passed up a layup. This man drove in, had a wide open layup, gave it to Matisse, who got fouled and only hit 1 free throw. Come on, man. For real, Ben Simmons, I don't know where you're going. I don't know what is going to happen, but all I'm hoping is something drastic happens. I'm surprised, and I promise you that Ben Simmons is going to go somewhere random. I don't believe he's going to Portland, and he's probably going to get dropped off somewhere like, I don't know, Sacramento or Memphis. Watch, it's going to be random. I promise you that. It's going to be random. And the Sixers, they've got to explore his value. I believe that they're going to pick up a couple phone calls. They're going to hear like Marvin Bagley and Buddy Hield. They're going to hear this player. They're going to hear CJ McCollum. They're going to hear this player. And I believe they're going to pick their best option. Okay? I believe they're going to pick their best option. But I'm saying Malcolm Brogdon, first round pick, is a great start. And in my opinion, I would have pulled the trigger right there. 1-for-1 swap. Well, would have done it right there. What does Malcolm Brogdon not do that Ben Simmons does? Now, although Ben Simmons, like I said, may be a little bit of a better playmaker, a little bit of a better defender, why would you say no? Shooting, drastic. Malcolm Brogdon shoots at a very, very high level, and Ben Simmons doesn't. Malcolm Brogdon can play closing games for a championship team. Ben Simmons can't. I had a lot on my mind, so I made this video. But if you enjoyed, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm probably going to drop another one by a different player. But thank y'all for watching. If y'all enjoyed, drop a like, man. I'll see y'all later, man. Appreciate it. Glee.